ladies and gentlemen. This is a John Olive fifth quarter show. I'm John Gray with Coach Olive, and this is a good Saturday morning after a visit from Columbia to Wilkins Stadium, where the Tullahoma Wildcats brought home a win. Coach, that's anytime we can get a win against Columbia, no matter where it is, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. You know, they've ended our season last year in the playoffs, and 2 years ago in the quarterfinals, they ended our season, and so we haven't had a lot of fortune against them. I think we beat them one time out of the last 5. And so last night makes a second time, and so it's good to get a second win. Of course, there hasn't been a lot of people getting wins against Columbia, so they've had a outstanding run, and they're still athletic. They still have young men that can run, but I think they've hit a point where they graduated 2 really, really good classes back to back, and sometimes your players that have been left, they're good athletes, but they weren't the playmakers. They were riding the coattails of the others, and you have to redevelop your leadership and so forth. And I think that's where Columbia is. They obviously started off the season 3-0. They've now lost 4 in a row. So they'll turn it back around. They are athletic. I don't know if it'll turn around this year for them or not. But as you see, as you watch the video, you'll see they're a very athletic football team. They outran us a lot in the first half. Second half, Coach Britton and Coach Oakley and Coach Gray and Coach Hazlett made some adjustments, moved some people, and sometimes it was just moving somebody 10 or 12 inches. Sometimes it was moving somebody 2 or 3 yards. But it made the angles different, and it allowed us to keep leverage on them, and they don't get outside us in the second half.
Kept them inside, and when you can keep them inside, there's help coming.
That's correct.
When they're outside of you, it's a tough thing, and you'll see, like Coach said, obviously they had a lot of speed, and you'll see that early on in this film. What we'll do right now is we'll take a quick break, and then we will come back with the first quarter of Tullahoma, Columbia.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Ford family has expanded to 2 separate locations. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That means 2 times the customer service and 2 times the inventory. So no matter where you're located, let the Russell Barnett Ford family make your next vehicle purchase a great one. 2 times the inventory, 2 times the customer service. That's the Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester. Why buy anywhere else?
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma is your new state-of-the-art, high-tech express tunnel car wash that gets your car clean quickly and beautifully. We have 4 washes available, from the $6 Express Wash to the $12 Supreme Clean, featuring DuraShield Total Car Protectant. Just pick your wash and let the Express Tunnel Wash leave the dirt behind. After the wash, you can help yourself to one of the free vacuums. Come by 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to get the best wash in town at a great price. We're located at 2180 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot, locally owned and operated.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
As we wait on the captains here to walk out, our captains last night, beginning on the right, so I can see his number. Number 80, Shamar Smith, senior, really, really good track guy, and we have moved him to defensive end, and he plays his best football game last night. 75, Jacob Pearson, center, defensive tackle. And he had an outstanding game last night at defensive tackle. Number 85, Alex Kaderi. Alex is normally an outside linebacker, but he actually lined up at defensive tackle in some pass rush situations there toward the end of the game. Great young man that gives you everything that he has to give. And then number 56, Alton Shahan, who starts at guard, and he and Jacob Pearson alternate at that defensive tackle position. As
boy, that's a big difference in size right there.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Everybody in our offensive line and defensive line are now going both ways, whereas earlier in the year we were trying to play some on the defensive line and only have players going one way, but last week and this week we started with those offensive linemen becoming defensive linemen when the ball changes over. And we win the toss, we defer. Columbia is going to take the football, and we're going to defend the scoreboard. And Joey Garcia kicks off a pop-up there, and they call a fair catch. 31-yard line, and good job there. That's about as good as we're going to do. They're outstanding at kickoff returns. Here we get caught inside, and Mikey Lett, Mike makes the tackle there, but it's not until after they've crossed midfield and got a first down after about a 23, 24-yard gain. They'll bounce it again. This time Cody Michael's able to hang on to him until the rest of the cavalry gets there, and Tim Lemon and Chris Potts end up making the tackle. And they're going to throw a little waggle here, and they hit the fullback in the flats, and Chris House on the tackle there, but he picks up another first down. And so Columbia is marching it down the field. And we get a little confused on our alignment there, and we make the tackle. Mike Lett. Second and about 6, and this is bad. They run into each other, and we still don't tackle him. He goes all the way for a touchdown. As you can see him accelerate away from us there. They 2, 21, 31. All three of those guys can run.
Move. And we're a minute and a half in, and it's 7-0. Columbia.
7-0 right off the bat.
Not the way to start this thing.
No, we wanted to start it just the opposite. You know, we felt like it was important for us to jump out to a lead on them, and then we don't do a very good job on the kickoff return, and can't run backwards on kickoff returns. Everybody will give Jonathan a hard time when we watch the video. He may get lucky and we don't watch the video with it being an open week, but we open up right here with Cole Potter completing a pass there to Jake Crabtree. And we're going to come back, and Cole's going to run it right here, right up the middle. Only gets about a yard.
They probably saw that on last week's film, didn't they?
They did. And That's the reason we opened up the game with him throwing the ball, because he didn't throw the ball last week. So we wanted to say, hey, just because he's back there doesn't mean that we don't run it every time. Star McCollum running there, and he keeps his legs running and picks up good yardage. He's going to be mad at himself, though. If you saw, the cutback was to the right, and if he'd have come through that hole, it was big, big, big. He might have had another 4 or 5 yards. But it was good, hard running.
I told somebody last night he runs hard, and a lot of times he ends up going backwards. He's got his back pushing down
Right,
the field.
he will keep his feet moving.
He does.
He's done a good job at doing that. And we mishandled the snap, so we end up losing yardage. Makes a big 3rd down.
Just not plugged in yet, huh?
And we try to run a draw play, and they're all over it. And we fumbled the football. So they get great field position. You know, we're asking our defense to go out there and bail us out of this, and they're going to. A host of Wildcats there on the tackle. They actually blow the play right there. The linemen are going another way, and Mike Lett gets a hand on the football when he tries to cut it back and knocks it out. And I think it was Cole Potter that recovered it.
Yeah. Mikey had a good ball game last night.
He did. And we open up here trying to get it off our goal line now. We need 2 first downs before we turn it back over to them. And John Stovall running really well there. He does a great job at picking little holes.
He really does.
Linebackers go one way, and he can hop over and go to the next hole, and he does a great job of that. Come back and try to hit Jake Crabtree there. And not able to complete it. And then we actually blow the play there, and miscommunication between the quarterback and running back, and Hunter Myers picks up the first down and runs it hard there. And we come back and run Jonathan Stovall, and you think, you know, he didn't get much, and then you look at the down and distance marker and you realize he got 5 yards or more off the play. And offensive line doing a great job of putting a body on a body. And we come back, Hunter Myers, and that's the way to keep churning and pick up another first down. So we've at least gotten it out to where we can change field position now. Come back, which are actually trying to throw a little screen pass, and their defensive end plays it really well, and we end up having to throw the football away. So 2nd and 10, and we run a little counter there with Hunter, and he picks up about 4. And we come back and we hit Cole Potter. Boy, I thought he was going to break it right there.
Right.
I thought he had
one high step right there.
Sliced right through him there, but we do get the first down, so good job. And John Stovall again on the run, and he picks up 5 yards again. And we try to draw them off sides, and then we have to take a timeout because we were too slow. And I was too slow. We as a team were too slow.
There's another one of those runs you think, well, he's not getting that much, but it's first down.
Right, it's first down, moving the chains. And this is a great drive. And again, he picks up another 5 yards, and I'll take a running back, then get 5 yards
Every
at a time.
His quarterback needed to block for him right there, though. Might have been 10.
Then they get us here for a loss, and we're going to come back and make a big completion right here. We try to draw them off, see if we can get 5 of those yards back. Great pass protection. And Hunter hits Riley Darden for the first down. And that was a great job. And then John Stovall's gonna run this, and did you see him change that little, you know,
he just hops. He just hops from one
it's
place
closed,
to the other.
and he just moved over one spot. Well, the linebacker's already committed into that other hole.
Right.
And so we get the touchdown, and Joey Garcia with Eli Groh holding, and Cody Michael snapping.
Tied this thing
up, and we've eaten up the whole first quarter with that drive. That's a great drive by the offense. Proud of those young men.
And just about got that one. Should have stayed up in the air.
We tried an onside kick. If it had been a little bit flatter, we needed it to just be flatter instead of, you know, it went to the 40. We needed it to be bouncing there about the 46, 47-yard line. We might have had a shot at it. We thought that we had a shot at being able to get an onside kick against them from watching video, and I wasn't sure I had enough guts to call for it, but
you did.
We did, and so they're fumbling it around. We need to get that, and we're not able to get it, but it's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 12 when we start the second quarter.
Yeah. So it's we've gone into this game, and they've taken the ball down and scored, which we would have liked to have stopped them, but then we've come back and returned the favor, marched down the field in a long. That's a good drive when you can eat that kind of clock up and
that
just
was
work
about
that
an
ball.
89-yard drive, and you don't get those very often.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the percentages are against you. So it was a good job by the offensive people and the offensive line. Second quarter, it's going to be a quarter of turnovers.
Different story.
You know, so anyway, we just don't play very well in that second quarter. But we don't let it keep us down, so that was good.
Right. All right, folks, we'll be right back after this quick commercial break with the second quarter, Tullahoma Columbia 2013.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
Are you ready to look better, feel better, and lose weight? Hi, I'm Joe McCamey, and when I was 90 pounds overweight, I needed a simple solution. That's why I started the Lose to Win weight loss competition.
I've lost 38 pounds, yay! I have lost just over 40 pounds with the Lose to Win program.
12 weeks, 46 pounds, I'm pretty pumped up about that.
The Lose to Win competition can help you too. Take control of your weight in 2013. I'm here to help. Visit our website or call today.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
31W Insulation offers custom look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Third down 12. and they're going to drop back to pass, and we let the quarterback break contain, and that's just, boy, that's bad. You know, that's one of those cardinal sins, no-nos.
Yeah, right.
Whoever's got containment's got to play containment. And so anyway, Coach Oakley was a happy guy.
Oh, I could tell. I noticed several times on the sidelines.
And then here they go, you know, this is a play that we had not seen them run, but boy, we can't find the football. We are lost. We'll play a lot better against that play in the second half, but boy, here in the first half, we look like Ned in the first reader.
Speed. Where's that tackle?
You know, outruns us there, and we'll do a better job of leverage in the second half, but it's not helping us right now in the second quarter. And here comes the sweep the other way, and we're in trouble again. There he goes. And that's what you say, touchdown. And it made it look easy.
Yes, it certainly did.
And so 14-7. And again, it didn't take them very long on that
Not
drive.
long.
Just over a minute, right at a minute and a half. Cole Potter picks it up, good move, and then watch him run. I thought he was going to fumble it right there, but he re-grabbed that ball, and then he just outruns him.
Another gear right there.
And that's a great job. Good job for our kickoff return team. And so we end up tying this game back up when Joey Ortiz, and I've been told I've called him Garcia. So we had a Joey Garcia that played for us a few years ago.
Sure
In fact,
did.
I was talking to his grandfather Thursday night trying to find out what he's doing. But anyway, Joey Ortiz there. And we kick it deep. We've caught them cheated up, and we're offsides. You know,
that's a kind of a tricky little deal there, isn't it?
It is. It's something we put in.
I like
try
that.
to take advantage of both kickers there, and then we kick it deep, and Hayden Hines makes the tackle there, and ball's back out to the 50-yard line. You sit there and say, well, we might as well just onside it.
He tackles pretty good for a kicker.
They go deep on the first play, and Chris Potts picks it off.
Great
That's
job.
the way to break on the football. And so we come back with a three-back formation, hit Jake Crabtree there on a little short pass, and pick up a first down. Come back, and for whatever be the reason, we missed a handoff there, and so we're just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we come back, and we're trying to go for the big play, and their safety's going to pick it off. And I'm glad Jake made the tackle right there. So we swapped turnovers with each other now. And then here he comes. He's going to outrun us all the way around the corner. And he picks up 5 yards on a play that if you're watching this later on, you'll see Big 75 had blown the play up. He had pushed 4 yards deep into the backfield. And here we are again. We're just not tackling. We're standing, watching. You can't do that. You got to go right now. You got to make commitments on these guys, and you got to go take your shot at them. They're really, really athletic. Cut back here, and Big Jacob just missed him.
Look at him. I don't know what kind of lens we've got on this thing, but he even looks skinny in this film here, and we know that's not true.
Having to wait on the officials to put the ball back in play here, and that's one of the things that's different. People talk about these fast-paced offenses that are the rage. I call it fast break football, and everybody's looking to go to it, especially on the college level, because it puts the defense in such a bind. You know, the defenses had gotten to the point where they swap personnel out every play and stuff.
Can't do it.
And you can't do it. And, you know, even Nick Saban was talking about that they were going to have to change their offense some to try to take advantage of it. And of course, he's pushing for a new rule change. That's what he really wants.
Well, I mean, A&M hung 600 yards on them.
Yeah.
On the best defense in the country.
Good hit by Riley Darden there, knocking the ball loose. And we're going to make them punt. And it's a real unique thing here. Number 12's on cut Michael Lett. Michael Lett's on a fall into the back of 14, tripping him. And Andrew Wagner's on a going to the punter. And we're making great effort there. And it's just amazing that, you know, if 12 hits 31 high with a legal block, then Andrew may or may not hit the punter, but he's at least under control to where he can put his hands out trying to put them on the ball and be running by the punter,
right,
versus having Michael Lett falling into the back of his feet, tripping him. And so we end up giving him the ball back. Is a long story.
Look at that lick right there.
Jacob Pearson.
Big Jacob.
It's a great job.
Yeah, he's not coming through my space.
Here comes the waggle again, and we just didn't do what we were supposed to do, is all I can say. And so we end up with a receiver wide open, and he picks up the first down. And here comes your sweep. We're not getting off the blocks out there fast enough, and they pick up another 5 for Andrew Wagner, and I think Alex Kaderi made the stop. And they go weak, and he bounces it wide and picks up another couple of yards for Star McCollum. Makes the block, makes the tackle. Third down. Here comes your waggle again, and they're trying to hit the fullback, and this time Michael Lett is there with him, but again, you know, if it's a good pitch and catch, he's going to catch it and have first down again. Columbia takes time out here, and so big fourth down. They're trying to draw us off sides. Good discipline, good patience. That's the way to wait and just watch for the ball, and they'll call timeout again. And now their field goal kicker is on. And he will put it through. And so we find ourselves down 17-14 right before halftime. And we end up Khalid Woods falling on the ball there at 33. Open up running John Stovall. He's going to bounce it to the outside, and we're going to get the ball out past midfield. So now we're in good shape. We need to move this thing down the field and get the score back. Good job. We're not going to get out of there, but making that first guy miss was huge as we had a blitzer come through.
Right. You can only hop so long.
That's correct. And we try to hit Cole Potter right there, and probably one that Cole says he should have had, and probably one Hunter says I should have got it.
Should have thrown
a little bit in front
closer.
of him. And Hayden Hines with the punt, and here he goes. Bye-bye. We don't do a very good job of closing there, and I keep waiting on us to do one of those, and we haven't done one yet. And I really think that both Cole Potter and Chris Potts have the ability to return punts. Just like that.
Yes, yes.
And so with 1:45 to go, we're no longer down 17-14, but we're down 24-14. They'll kick off here, and Starr's on to get it on the bounce, and he almost gets through there. And so we've got good field position. We got a chance to at least try to get a field goal, get back within one score. Here comes the blitzers. We pick them up. And Hunter decides to pull it down and run with it and picks up about 12 to 14 yards.
Looks good.
And we need to pick up about another 15, 16 yards, and we're in field goal range for us. We're going to dump it off to John, and we're trying to hustle and get a block, but we got to be smart enough to hit them in the front and not the back. So we were down there getting very close to field goal range, and now we're back out. And then this time, one that we probably shouldn't have thrown, but we just didn't have, they went to a man coverage on us, and we didn't beat the man coverage. And
that's a game-saving tackle, or
by Jacob.
Score-saving.
Yeah, Jacob Gagnier there. That's great hustle by him. And, now we really are. We're just battling because you go down 31 to 14. You're in big time trouble.
Yeah, that's a hard speech to give right there.
You're just wondering what else can go wrong. I wrote a list of things down on my notepad here. We created a fumble, and I think 52's going to score.
What else can go wrong? How about that?
That's exactly what I'm sitting there thinking. That an offensive lineman is going to score against us right here off catching a fumble in midair. It's going to be a great job. Watch 75, left defensive tackle. Boom. That's just a great job by he and his fellow defense. And then we just need to lay on him because the clock's running. We don't need to get up. We actually got up too fast. And they try to rush a kicker out there to kick a field goal, and he misses it. And that's just a great win by the defense. And that's how we end up the half right there. Star picking up 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah. So we're 24 to 14 and just dodged a big bullet.
People that know me know that I write stuff on the back of my hand. Mm-hmm. And last night I'm writing notes down during the first half, and I got down to my thumb area. I said, I'm out of room of my notepad here. I can't write any further. And that's basically, when I went in there at halftime, I just started reading off all the things that we had done wrong. And who was the enemy? We're killing ourselves.
Right.
We're doing everything we can to help Columbia, and my hat's off to our young men for being able to turn it around in the second half.
Well, they did that, and they did a great job. And what we're going to do right now is take a quick talk about it. To Aqua Hydrate, that's that great water right there. Electrolyte infused. That's Mid-South Distributing, excuse me. Rick Gerwe and his family over there, and all the folks there. They're our water sponsor for the John Olive 5th Quarter Show and all the other things we do. And they're very involved in the community. They do great work around here, and we just want to thank them very much for all they do. I also want to thank Mayo over at the Donut Palace and his lovely bride over there every Saturday morning fixes us up with some donuts for this show. And you need something sweet, go to the Donut Palace right across from Tullahoma High School. Tell them we said hello. And then I also want to thank Brent Bates with Tri-County Roofing. Tri-County Roofing is a sponsor on this show this year. And if you need industrial or commercial roofing, get in touch with Brent Bates over at Tri-County Roofing, or go to their website at www.tricountyroofingcompany.com. And if you're going to do business in that business, do it with the best. Been doing roofing in this area and around the country for over 50 years. So that's Tri-County Roofing. Give them a try for all your commercial and industrial roofing needs. And with that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with the halftime show. And I usually don't get all excited about that much, but the show they're doing this year is probably the best I've ever seen, and you need to make a trip to see it somewhere, sometime. We'll be right back.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
They say you see the world differently. It's like you see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. That's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart has more locations than anyone in the state, giving more heart patients a new lease on life. For more than 40 years, they've been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on.
Do you need a part for your car that the dealer just wants too much money for? Well, bring your toolbox and pull the parts yourself for huge savings at the CFC Auto Salvage Pick and Pull on Highway 55 between Tullahoma and Manchester. No walking through waist-high weeds here. All of our vehicles are located in our gravel parking lot up on blocks with room to work. We stock hundreds of cars and trucks, foreign, domestic, old, new, with new vehicles added daily. You can even search the entire vehicle inventory online. And if your old vehicle gives up the ghost, bring it back. We offer top dollar for your salvage vehicle. Open to the public 7 days a week until 6:30 or dark, so there's plenty of time to come by. That's CFC Auto Salvage Pick.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, Family Practice Dentistry for 29 years.
Need fast cash? Stop at KK's in Tullahoma and Manchester for a fast, easy, no credit check loan. Are you a first-time customer? No problem. We'll explain how fast and easy our pawn process is. Our friendly staff will help you pawn or sell your item in a matter of minutes. Plus, all pawn customers are eligible for our monthly cash giveaway. All of our merchandise is tested, cleaned, and priced competitively with internet retailers, eBay, and Craigslist, so you can shop locally and with confidence at KK's in Tullahoma and Manchester.
I'm John Greenwood. Let me tell you a few of the ways our parts and service team is committed to keeping your vehicle in top condition. Factory trained, certified technicians and ASE certified who can service all makes and models. Everyday low price oil change of $29.95 with a free 16-point vehicle inspection for your convenience. Schedule your next service appointment at StanMcNabb.com. We'll get you in and out, back on the road with peace of mind. Stan McNabb Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, 1200 East Carroll, right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Goody Two Scoops is a self-serve frozen yogurt shop located in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We have over 80 different flavors of soft-serve frozen yogurt and can offer 15 of those flavors served at one time. We have over 50 different toppings, ranging from fresh sliced fruit to chocolates and assorted nuts. Our frozen yogurt is a healthier alternative for a frozen treat with certified live cultures that are good for you. Goody Two Scoops also has a full commercial kitchen with 2 certified chefs on duty to bake an array of fresh pastries, custom cakes, wedding cakes, assorted cookies, chocolates, cupcakes, and our delicious chocolate-covered strawberries, just to name a few. We are kid and family friendly with a dedicated, friendly, and qualified staff to serve you.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Hello, my name is Joe Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. I'm here to talk to you about a couple incentives that are going on between now and end of the year. First is your federal tax credit up to $300. Secondly, 0% financing up to 15 months on XL products. Third, fall promotion up to $1,100. Finally, $500 incentives from your local power distributor. Please give us a call at 455-8757. Thank you.
To be a star athlete, you have to use the right equipment. Anything short of that is, well, ineffective. Make Top Rehab the best tool in your bag, especially after you've had a sports-related injury. Yes, you may get tired. Yes, you may get uncomfortable. But when the final rehab whistle blows, you get results. Top Rehab, the right equipment for your star athletes.
Columbia kicks off from our 45-yard line as we were assessed a delay of game penalty. And so we return it out to the 18-yard line.
I think Franklin County called Columbia and told them to keep their band out on the field.
Probably.
Gave them a
great run, good blocking there. And that's why you use this old-fashioned stiff arm, and is let number 2 escort you all the way to the end zone if he's willing to do that. Great job. John Stovall picks up big yardage there. Jonathan, outstanding young man. Come back, run Cole Potter. New look, a little bit different look from what they had been seeing. And Cole Potter gets it down inside the 5-yard line, and Starr McCallum is going to run it in right here. 3 plays, 1 minute off the clock, touchdown. And that's a great way to start the second half. And
this is how we do it.
Joey will come on and put it through. And we have cut it down to a 3-point lead and 1 minute. Expired on the clock.
That's Joey.
82 yards, 1 minute.
Ortiz.
Like that. Ortiz. Did I say Garcia again?
No, I was about to.
We're off sides again, so we're going to have to re-kick from our 35-yard line. And this time we pop it up, and so they don't have good field position, but something's going to change right here. Our defense will get off the field quickly in this second half.
Did they wake up?
All I can tell you is watch Cole Potter. That's the way that he doesn't make the tackle, but he makes the play.
Right.
And that's what you got to learn, that there's certain things that you have to do on defense to make the play, even though you don't get credit for the tackle. And hurting us again with the waggle there, but not able to hang on to it. And they come back and try to run a bubble screen right here, and he runs over, so actually gets the first down, but he fumbles the football, and so we're going to take over as Chris House creates the fumble, and I think got the recovery as well. I think he ended up recovering 2 on the night. We run Jonathan there, and again, doesn't look like he got much, and then all of a sudden you look at the chains and you realize he got 5 yards.
Yeah.
And it may not be a very fancy offense or anything else this year. We're more of a pounder type team. We pick up the first down and then get a few yards there on 1st and 10, and so it's 2nd and 8. We'll come back, run Cole Potter wide, and he gets caught from behind there, number 12.
Which doesn't happen very often.
So we got a big 3rd down play. We try to run a screen pass here, and they're all over it. And so anyway, we're gonna come back and punt the ball away. Play field position.
Bet you he doesn't punt one up there for him this time.
And we're downfield to cover it a little bit better, but it goes into the end zone. And so they'll take over at the 20. We didn't net a whole lot there, but we still are in field position. We're controlling, and that's what you want to try to do is control field position.
Yeah, we didn't give up a big return.
Almost had the sack there. He's going to end up throwing it. And number 9 almost makes a great catch over here, Jackson. Jackson's got offers from 3 or 4 Division I schools, including Florida State.
Really?
Right now he's a junior. They come back, run the quick screen.
That's defense.
Cole Potter, all over it.
Yeah, that's how you defend that little deal.
And they're trying to make us bite up. And anyway, they complete it, but number 9 and the wide receiver had actually covered him up. And so we end up taking that penalty, pushing them back 5 yards. And so now it's 4th, and they got to punt it back to us. And Chris Potts gets right there. We just really need to get on out of bounds right now. We don't really have a return on. We wanted to make him punt it fast. We thought that was a better option against them. Make that punter get rid of the ball instead of letting them run what they call a rugby kick.
Right.
And we try to go for a big play right there and don't get the pass off, so we end up getting sacked, and it really knocks us out of sitting there and grinding it out, and one of those things. And not executing the play very well right there.
Bad decision.
We just didn't execute very well. We missed the sign. We'd actually called the draw play there, and we just missed the sign. So not a good play for us. We'll punt it back to them again, and this time we're in a little bit better coverage position.
Good job.
We're down there, and so we've got them backed up again and trying to win the field position battle.
And looking pretty good at that right now. We can just keep them inside.
And good job there. Cody Michael, he knocked off 88. If you watch this again, on that particular play, just watch 32, hit 88, knock him off, and then make the tackle. Cody Michael makes the tackle again.
88's a big boy, too.
He is a big boy. He's a young kid. He's a sophomore.
Really?
He will be a stud one day.
Well, you know, they tried to throw a pass to him later on, but a little bit later on, you'll see him surface here. He is right here.
And,
how would you like to be trying to tackle that?
I know one thing.
140.
Being in shins, I would not be high. I'm smart enough to know
Chris
that.
Potts' eyes were that big.
Defense, 3 and out. That is a marvelous job. Coach Britton and company, that's good. And we still got the ball in great field position. We're playing on their side of the field. Almost mess up there. Well, we do mess up. We got players going every which way. Maybe we ought to put that play in, but it wouldn't work if we put it in that way.
Yeah, chaos. Just call it chaos.
And whoop, whoop. Cole making something out of nothing there. 3rd and short, and we're going to run a quarterback sneak. And we get a good line surge. We catch the other defensive tackle way out wide. Linebacker's trying to move him at the last second, but we've got the first down.
Yeah, good play.
And so that was important.
You got your heavy set in there, huh?
And Jake's on the carry at this time, and we're able to pick up another first down.
You know what we need to do, Coach? We need to get Jake over to Donut Palace.
He needs a little weight.
He needs about 10, 15 more pounds.
Non-fat, no-calorie
donut, the holes.
Yeah, he keeps eating the center of the
we need to get him on the regular.
Whole thing. Come back, Cole Potter right here is on a rip for a touchdown. And good job, good blocking. And we've retaken the lead. Eli holding, and Joy puts it through. And so
we're ahead.
We're ahead with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
First time ahead.
First time ahead.
That's good.
We pop it up again. They fair catch it there at the 35, 36-yard line. Here comes the play that hurt us so much in the first half. And we just defended a whole lot better. Jacob Pearson almost had it in the backfield, and that time we're able to hold it to a 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain. And they come back trying to run it off tackle, brings up a 3rd down. And we have been winning 3rd downs in the 3rd quarter, and that's crucial. Good quarter for the Tullahoma Wildcats. Offense has scored twice. Defense has been 3 and outs, and we have kept the ball on their end of the field the whole time.
Met just about every goal you had for that quarter.
That's correct.
That's great. Folks, we'll be back after these messages, and we will bring you the 4th quarter of this ball game, and there's more fun to be had and seen. So don't you go away.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree's Southern Rose and Sun windows, Trader's grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
Last month's sales were so good, I need cars now to restock my lot. I'm Keith Barnett at Russell Barnett Kia, and I've come up with a plan. It's my Car Bazaar. Whether you owe $1,000 or several thousand on the car that you hate, this Car Bazaar is here to help you out. You have a job and $149? My For the People credit approval process is here to help you out. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Hurry in before the Car Bazaar ends. I'm Keith Barnett, and I'm the dealer for the people.
Unlike all the rest, Southern Community Bank will provide you with a different banking experience because you are our first priority. Our services are intuitive. Our team is friendly. Our approach is refreshing. Our support to the community is unwavering. And our service is clearly unique. We offer accounts that make banking simple and hassle-free with all the conveniences you want and need most. Call Southern Community Bank and experience the bank that is unlike all the rest.
With over 30 years experience servicing the Tullahoma area, Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler has become a household name in Middle Tennessee. As a family-owned business, Mike and his wife Lisa, along with their sons Jamie, Justin, and Joe, have assembled a crew that delivers quality service to go with quality products. As the only authorized Michelin and Goodyear dealer in Tullahoma, they have become the tire store of choice, being named the Tire and Brake Store of the Year multiple times. They also rent Penske trucks and are an interstate battery dealer. So if you need tires, brakes, mufflers, a battery, or maybe rent a truck, go to the place you can trust. Call Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler at 931-455-5150. Located at 732 North Jackson in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Today I want to talk about my favorite reality TV shows, sports. Charter's got over 85 available sports channels, many in HD. Baseball, basketball, hockey, motorsports. Charter also has mobile apps that let you watch ESPN on the go. Subscriptions to all season packages, regional sports networks, even the curling championships in Calgary. Do you like sports? Charter's the one to watch.
Great job. That's a great job. We had 2 interior people nailing. They don't make the tackle, but they make the play.
Right.
And knocking backwards, and then we do make the tackle, and so they got to punt it back to us.
I kept waiting on that guy hopping across the field to catch that snap.
Well, we didn't know what kind of fake they would use. I knew they had some kind of fake with it. We find out later on in the fourth quarter, at least one of the fakes they got out of it.
I just knew he'd catch that short snap one of those times. But
come back, we're trying to run Cole Potter to the wide side here, and good job, good first down. And we draw him off sides.
There's big 88.
And
a big old boy. You say he's a sophomore?
He's a sophomore.
Whoa.
He'll be somebody we'll have to deal with for 2 more years. Star McCallum there picks up the first down. And so anyway, 2 first downs. We've accomplished the first goal that we have as an offense. And I thought Cole was going to turn the corner there, but 33 runs him down.
The longer arms.
And we get called for holding, so we end up losing yardage on the play, but we get the down over and
get a donut, Jake.
Star picks up good yardage right up the gut right there, but it's going to leave us with a long down situation right here. And we thought screen might be there, but it's not. You know,
it wasn't there all night long.
So anyway, we're 0 for 3 on screens in this ball game, and I guess we need to forget about it. We end up, we're having some cramping issues, we got some injury issues, and so anyway, we have to call a timeout right there to get enough people on the field. And so anyway.
That's better.
There's a fumble right there, and old Chris House, look at him, he's cradling that ball, and it's our ball. They had a block in the back, so we declined the penalty. This is the break we need. We try to run a reverse right here, and we're able to pick up the first down, but we weren't able to make it quite as big a play as I was hoping it would be. I was hoping we could get to the end zone on that one. As they're beginning to adjust to our offensive scheme here, and we're having trouble moving the ball. Great job by Jake there on a high snap, getting it down and getting the ball into Star's belly, and we pick up a couple. We don't try to run a boot here. I really thought we'd get Cody Michael, but number 12 is all over Cody Michael. He's a heck of a football player. All I can say about him. So now, you know, there's that Gator roll.
There's that roll.
Yeah. So we try to draw them off sides, and we're just going to take a delay of game. I didn't think 5 yards make any difference to Joey, and so we just let them back it out 5 more yards and kick a 31-yard field goal instead of a 26 or 27-yard field goal. and he puts it
Isn't
through.
that a good feeling, though, to have somebody that's dependable like that you know you have that option?
Because otherwise, you know, I guess we've been going for it on 4th down. We pop it up again, they fair catch it at the 32, and so, you know, we're pretty happy with that. And they're going to come out throwing the football, and my end zone video man says that he got it. He says the camera says he got it, but the 2 officials ruled the ball hit the ground. I haven't looked at the end zone shots yet.
Well, this guy over here, there's no way he could have seen it anyway.
So anyway, we don't get the interception, but it's an incomplete pass. They go deep. Cole gets his hands on the ball there, and we're fortunate because we'd let 10 get behind us. And sometimes you just got to be fortunate. They try to throw a bubble screen out here, and we're in good shape right there. So it's 4th down now.
Well, what's good is we've got some speed back there. When they get behind us, we can close the gap.
Well, Alex was doing a good job coming over from the free safety position. He would have had a good chance to get 10, but still.
He was way back there early.
He shouldn't have
10
been.
had to wait on the ball.
Yeah, he was behind us and should not have been. That's all I can say. We don't get much out of that. They're beginning to really crowd the line of scrimmage. They're bringing linebackers almost every play. They know we don't want to put the ball in the air, and I don't like to see us reverse field, but he at least decided to go north and south after one reverse.
Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he at least battled to get back up there, so good by Cole. And missed the handoff, and Jake's trying to get the 1st down. We're going to end up 2 yards short, and we'll punt it back to him. Play field position.
Get a biscuit, Jake.
And Hayden Hines
had a great night.
Awesome punt right here.
Look at that. Look at that.
The thing,
that's college
It's
stuff.
on a roll, 61 yards. When it comes to a stop there on the end line, that's 61 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's college.
That was
college
a heck of a punt
right there. And it was his birthday.
It was his birthday. His dad told me that he woke him up yesterday morning and told him what his share of the house payment was. Welcome to adulthood.
So what is he? 17? 18? He's 18.
Yeah.
He got a
good job here by a young sophomore, Kason Buckner. He's in good position, and he's going to come back and he's going to be in good position on this next one. And so it's good to see sophomores making plays. And both times, Kason right where he needs to be. Great job. He wasn't running to catch up with anybody. And so here's punt situation again, and they're calling for the fake. And Michael Lett is going to make an incredible interception. Watch him jump up in the air and just snag it.
Stick it.
And then he keeps those legs moving and into the end zone, and that's going to be the ball game. But the defense played an outstanding ball game. We kept them bottled up on their end of the field, and that was crucial to the comeback. And here we kick off from the 45 because they had 12 people on the field. We put it in the end zone and we give it right back to them right here. We've got 12 people on the field. We've got coaches trying to sub people in, and we ended up with 3 at a position that we normally only have 2. And so they get 15 yards. And we're going to give them some yardage right here. We're willing to change yardage for the clock to run. We don't let the quarterback get out of bounds right here. We want to keep everybody in bounds, but we want the clock rolling. Nothing behind us. That's our goal. They run a little smash right there, and again, he gets out of bounds. And that's the only thing that we're doing wrong. We want to tackle them inbounds. Make them burn timeouts or keep the clock rolling. And trying to get heat on him. Aaron Gray's going to come make the tackle. That's way to come, make a good open field tackle. Now the clock is running.
You know, and there was one point toward the end of the game where he let the clock run about 20 seconds before he called a timeout. Right there when it was.
Alex Williams goes up high, picks it off, and he's become a lot better safety for us. He breaks on the ball and gets it high better than anybody we got right now. And now we're trying to just run the clock out, but we don't have enough people on the line of scrimmage. We didn't get the 11th guy on the field. That's the last play of the game, and it's been a good comeback victory for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
There we go. And that's a good score to see on that scoreboard versus anybody, but particularly Columbia.
It's just nice to finally be able to beat them again.
It sure is.
I think 2010 is the last time we were able to beat them.
All right, folks, we're going to go to our Players of the Week this week now, and our offensive player this week is Cole Potter, and Cole had an exceptional running game last night. Cole played hard.
He just had an exceptional game, period. You know, I mean, he threw a pass for a completion.
Caught a pass.
He ran the ball really hard. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown. He played really well on defense as well. So anyway, Cole Potter, Offensive Player of the Week, and it was an outstanding game for the young man.
And one of my favorites, everything from his big man dance, where he trips and falls down, to stuffing people behind the line of scrimmage. Defensive Player of the Week this week is Mr. Jacob Pearson.
And he has really improved over the last 2 weeks. He has become a better defensive football player for us, and that's making a difference on our defense. And I don't know what his actual tackle total was, but he caused 3 or 4 plays to be blown up, and then he had 3 or 4 that he blew up and made the tackle.
Right.
So it was great night for Jacob, and good to have those defensive linemen coming on.
And our unsung hero this week, for no telling how many tackles he made and what all he did as well, but you made the statement in the huddle last night, way to close a game, Mikey Lett, number 31, and when you jump up in the air and stick one like it's got glue on it and take it into the end zone like he did on that interception, and that's closing the game.
That's right? Closing the game.
Shutting the door.
And second series for Columbia, they're going in to score. We fumbled and turned the ball over deep in our territory, and he knocked the ball loose.
Right.
And to turn the ball back over, and we started the 89-yard drive.
Right.
So Mike Lett, good guy, and Michael Lett, the unsung hero.
That's right. That's right. And so what we have coming up this week, Coach, is a week off.
That's correct.
We have our open week this week, and we hope all our young men, I heard you kind of lecturing them last night a little bit, act smart, take care of themselves, and I really, really appreciate the way you task all of them to look after each other. You know, if you see one of your buddies you see one of your buddies being stupid, go over there and thump him in the head. Say, come with me. We're not going to do that.
Sometimes you have to thump them in the chin. You get their attention.
That works as well. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks, and it's another home game, and that game will be Lawrence County. And Lawrence County got beat last night 24-21 by Lincoln County, but Lawrence County's what, 4 wins?
Yes, they're 4-3. Everything's a battle from here on in the district. Franklin County getting beat by Shelbyville last night helped us out a lot. Shelbyville's looking for somebody to knock us off. Lincoln County, you know, if they win all the way out, they're in good shape. They'll be the district champion, but I know Shelbyville still got to play them. We still got to play them. And I don't know who the other one is that still has to play them.
Right.
But Shelbyville still holds their own cards. We still hold ours. Lincoln County still holds theirs. And I think, if I've got this thing figured out right, Lawrence County and Franklin County could still end up, you know, depending on who knocks off who over the next 4 weeks, could end up being right back there in the district championship.
Yeah.
So. Which is pretty unique. I mean, there's no great teams in our district, we're all within a touchdown or so of each other on most nights.
Right.
Doesn't mean you can't get blown out, but just on a given night. But it's going to be an exciting district race.
Right.
See who finishes in those top 2 positions and get the automatic qualifiers, and whether any of the rest of us are good enough to qualify for the playoffs without being an automatic qualifier. So it'll be exciting, and we get the next 2 games at home and then go play the coffee pot.
That's it, folks. So we'll see you 2 weeks from, or a week from this coming Friday night at Wilkins Stadium. And between now and then, be safe. Enjoy your football. It's football time in Tennessee. It's football time around this whole country. There's a lot of it being played. If you're a football person, enjoy it. Have a good time, and we'll see you soon.